Watch out for Sandy.
Thank you. Get out of this. Oh my God. This will go down in the image. Welcome everybody to Cape Cod Curling Club. For those of you who don't know, my name is Steve O'Neill and I'm lucky enough to be president of this club. We're here tonight to welcome home our Paralympians, Dave, Megan, and the assistant Tony, who have been over in Sochi, Russia, representing our club and our country. Before I begin, I have to give a really big thank you to the ladies Thursday Evening League, who very nicely gave up their night of curling so we can enjoy this and show our appreciation to our curlers. So, if you see the ladies who should be curling tonight, thank them very, very much. I also want to thank Dave and Katie, our piper and drummer, who have graciously donated their time and they're playing for us this evening. So let's give them a round of applause. And most of you may know, some of you may not know, that we wouldn't be here tonight if a man did not have a vision several years ago. When the club was deciding to put an addition on the building that we see over here, Tony wanted to make access to the ice for people who were in wheelchairs. So through Tony and Mary's efforts of running some golf tournaments, they raised the funds necessary to put the ramp on. And then Tony went out and sold curling and wheelchair curling to folks who were in wheelchairs. But that wasn't enough for Tony. Tony had to work with the curlers, and he had to ask them and promise them that if they wanted to work hard, that he would put the time in with them with the goal of making a spot on the U.S. national team, with the goal of going to world-level competition and the Paralympics. You did a good job, Tony. And I want to say to Dave and Megan, we couldn't be more proud to have two final representatives of our club on the world stage. You mean a lot to us. We were with you with every shot, and you know the warm room skips were behind you with every shot. Well, maybe not all of them. It's great to have you back. It's great to have you back at this club. This club is now whole again with you back with us. and I'm looking for a great evening. I want to hear all of your stories. Not tonight, but over the next couple of weeks, I'm sure that we will. Before I turn it over to our three Paralympians, we've got a couple of guests tonight. We've got State Representative Tim Madden and State Representative David Vieria, and they have a presentation they'd like to make to Dave and Megan.
You know, we admit when we make a mistake now and again in politics. And we missed a citation for you, but we're going to get one for you. Tony?
When I speak, you'll see why I don't want one.
Well, you're going to get one. In the future, we'll say just read it for the whole club. So we'll do that. All right, we'll do it for Tony and the whole club. And we'll get that to the captain here, ex-captain. Those who don't know, Tim was my first aide up in Boston. He was a great guy. He'd worked with Rep. Turkington prior to that, and he's gone on to greener, and by that I mean money pastures. So his dad could retire, and I'm sure Tim sends you money every year.
I'm sure he does, yeah.
Anyway, thanks so much for having us. We're delighted to be here. It's not often we get a chance at this time of year to get back to the district. So it really worked out well, and we were delighted. When we heard about it, we were like, wow, isn't that the neatest thing in the world to be over at the Olympics? I mean, it's everyone's dream, and you'll remember it for the rest of your lives, and thanks for sharing it with the community. So thank you, and thank you for including us.
Dave and Megan, it's a proud moment for us here on Cape Cod, and as a native guy from Falmouth, Dave, it's awesome to have someone from Falmouth on the team as well, and Megan being from Mashpee, it was very good. Oh, I'm sorry.
But it's okay. Politicians.
I didn't have my notes.
He's from T-Ticket, not from
Tony, maybe you should
But for both of you, was it the three of you? Was it your first time to Russia?
Well, we went last year for the World.
You went last year. So did you learn a little Russian while you were there?
A little bit.
Спасибо.
Здравствуйте. Как хлеб называете?
No.
Well, the answer to как хлеб называете is wonderful. How are you today? And we are wonderful today. We are wonderful to welcome you home and to be able to recognize you, and not only recognize you, but recognize the club. Because, you know, the story that we just heard about the expansion and Tony's vision is something that each and every one of our organizations can learn a lesson from. And that is the opportunity to open our arms and embrace all members of our community to participate to their fullest potential, and so that we can all be proud and all have fun and all enjoy those things that give us enjoyment in life. And so for our two Olympians, I want to say congratulations, welcome home, and on behalf of Representative Madden, myself, and the Speaker of the Massachusetts House of Representatives, we'd like to issue you each a legislative citation. That the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, the House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to insert name, in recognition of representing the United States at the 2014 Paralympic Games in Sochi, Russia. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all endeavors given the 20th day of March, signed by the Speaker of the House, Robert DeLeo, and Representatives Vieira and Madden. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Tony, a few words to say?
Either of you two gentlemen want to say anything to Barack Obama? Because in the first week in April, they'll be in Washington, D.C., having their picture with Team USA. When
we talk about party politics, and we try not to at the State House, for the goodness of Dave, but we always honor our elected officials, and our president is our president, and I'm sure you'll be honored to be there, and more importantly, he'll be honored to receive you. I'm from Nantucket, represent Falmouth and the Vineyard, and we just heard he's coming back to the neighborhood of the Vineyard. They rub it into, our noses into it over on Nantucket, but that's okay. Tell him I said hi.
And I would just say, as a Republican, I would tell him, thank you for leaving politics out of the Olympics. There were a lot of politics around this Olympics, and there were some folks that didn't want America to participate. And our president stood firm on the spirit of the Olympics, and I want you to thank him for that. Thank him for that.
Well said, very nice. I want to back up a little bit. An idea can never come to fruition by itself. This club, and I've said this a million times, it's not me. It wouldn't have gone anywhere if the board of directors didn't allow us to do those golfing tournaments. It wouldn't have gone any further than that if Craig Bouse didn't want to help us get 5 people in chairs to come to that charity event that we did. It wouldn't have gone anywhere if this club, once they saw that, didn't open up their arms, as they did, to accept people with disabilities. All right? And I think today all of us, we look at Megan and we look at David, and they're not disabled at all. And that's what happens when you do open up your arms to people. And this club couldn't be more generous with their spirit and their heart and everything that they've done for me, for the club, for David, and for Megan, and from the bottom of my heart, and I think I speak for the two of them as well, and our other wheelchair crows that are here tonight. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
I just want to thank everyone. It never would have happened without all the support of the club and my family. And, I was really proud to represent it in our country out there, and I was hoping that we brought home some hardware. But after we didn't, and I got home, that thought got out of my mind because of just the support like this. And I went to school yesterday with a police escort, and the whole school being
Sure they
out
weren't chasing
there.
you?
Yeah, that would have been too.
No, you got pulled over.
And just the support of everyone, it's just amazing. It's too much to describe in words of how great it is that you guys are behind it the way you are. And thank you.
I also want to thank the curling club because, again, without each and every one of this club members, this would not have been possible. It was an amazing experience. Could be once in a lifetime. Don't know. For me, I'm hoping not.
That's it for right now. All right, just to talk a little bit about Sochi. It was a great trip, long trip. Some of the exciting points, if you will, is the day that we got into Munich, Germany. That day we had to receive our uniforms, and that was quite the experience watching that. You had to go through this area that was a large area, and it was sectioned off. And the first booth that you go into is the Ralph Lauren area. And that's where you receive this uniform for the opening ceremony, and you get the clothing also for the clothing ceremony, and some other items. And then you shift over to another area, which is Nike. And they just bombard you with clothing. I mean, I got probably a third of what they got. I mean, the players got a lot of clothing. I mean, it's really nice to see that they're getting all this stuff. And through the course of the next few months, you'll see them wearing it. It's great stuff.
Yeah.
They gave us rings, Olympic rings. They gave us Olympic watches. They gave us the glasses, the Oakley glasses that we had on tonight, sunglasses, with two sets of lenses. And some of the stuff is just, ridiculously expensive that we probably ordinarily wouldn't go out and buy. So it's kind of nice to get that from our sponsors, if you will.
So you did come home with hardware.
Yeah, we did come home with hardware.
We came home with
Come on, Meg.
And then once we got to the Paralympic Village, it was beautiful. The rooms are a little sparse, if you will. All there is a couple of beds, one chair, two little armoire dressers, no TV, no radio, one little light. But they don't want you to stay in those rooms. They have on the building that we were in, they had a second floor, which was like a function room. You could go up there, watch TV. They had a media room that you go into, use their computers. Their lunch hall was 24/7, and you could wrap the food around this room entirely, around that room entirely, through the ladies' room, through the men's room, 24/7. Anything that you wanted to eat, you had it. In addition to that, there was a McDonald's in that same complex that you could go to McDonald's 24/7 and get anything you want, all expenses paid, all for free. So several of our players enjoyed
chicken nuggets, baby.
No, that's the ice cream one.
Oh, the
McFlurries.
The McFlurries were.
A lot of players were having McFlurries. In addition to our wheelchair curlers, we also were lodged pretty close to the sledge hockey team. And I got to tell you, we watched a couple of their games. We watched them beat Canada 3-0. And then we watched them get the gold medal beating Russia 1-0. These young guys, I'm telling you, if you want your heart to pound, you got to watch close up one of these sled hockey games. I mean, it was terrific. Terrific. I couldn't imagine what they do. I mean, it's just great. And our U.S. team, you couldn't be prouder of that hockey team. They played really, really good. So we had a good time. It's always nice to come home. It's truly nice to come home. I thank my wife, Mary. These past 3 or 4 years, she has supported me in this venture, if you will. Spent a lot of our own personal money, and she's never argued or questioned one bit. She knows what I want to do.
Oh, careful. It's a sin to tell a lie.
You've been pretty good. You've been really good about it.
Oh, no, you'll be a politician. I'm sorry.
An example is we just came back, and next Wednesday I leave for 5 more nights in going up to Janesville, Wisconsin, because that's the pre-trials. And as you know, Steve Empt, who's not here tonight, but Steve Empt is trying to make it on the team, so I'll be going out there with him. So.
With the microphone low.
Yeah, too loud. Talking too loud. Okay, I know everybody's standing around. It's getting hot, so I'll close. Fun. Well, Steve wanted me to mention the flags. We have 2 flags that we bought, or Steve gave me one, and I bought a second one that we could take to Russia. And if you see any of the videos, whenever I was in the stands, we hung these flags. And we are very proud, naturally, of our country. And these flags here will now stay in this club forever. And they're just going to be part of our history. Thank you all very, very much. I can't say it enough. I can't say it enough how great this club is.
Yeah.